Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about how sometimes I don't always share my biggest goals. Okay, so today I am back in the UK. Hey, don't tell anyone here I said this, but it's actually really nice to be back, right? I had a great time traveling to the Philippines and to Hanoi, to Vietnam. Right, it was great to meet with the developers, great to meet with the team, right? But it's kind of nice just to be back on familiar turf, back to where all my stuff is, back to the car. As you can see here, there's a bit of snow on the ground. Apparently, it was snowing here. 2 days ago, I was sweating on a beach, and now there's snow on the ground. And apparently, I missed it. Apparently, there's been a lot of snow in the last few days, right? So by the time you see this, it might be melted, but you know, right now you can see there's still snow on the ground, right? So there's one thing when I'm traveling, especially going someplace like where I was, a lot of it is I try to feel like in my head like I'm James Bond, like I'm the world traveler. I'm just, you know, dun 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 dun, you know, I got the theme going through my head when I walk down the street. But here's a couple of things that never happened to James Bond, right? He was never pickpocketed, and as far as I know, he never had diarrhea from eating local food. But, you know, I guess I'm just not as cool as James Bond. So anyway, today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the last couple of videos I did. I was thinking about it on the plane yesterday, and I was pretty negative, right? I was talking a lot about my insecurities, like some of my biggest fears. I talked about some of the things that, like, I'm not a very good manager, a lot of this kind of stuff. And it was all, you know, despite the fact that it was in this beautiful place and everything, it was all pretty negative, right? So I thought I would clarify, be a little bit more positive today, right? So one of the things, like when I'm meeting with clients and when they hire us, I'm not that negative, obviously. You know, there's certain things that I see in the process that I want to improve upon, and I'm always looking to the next thing, and I see the shortcomings, even though we're way beyond where we were when we started, right? And that's because we're constantly always improving. Right? A lot of times I'm accused of being too hard on myself by other people, especially my family, because you know, things are going really well for you. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. But the thing is, in my head, I can see where we're going. Like, I have certain goals, which a lot of times I don't share with people because they're kind of, you know, they're kind of big, right? And if you have a really big goal, a lot of times you're the only one who knows where it is. Like, you know where you are. Like, I always think of it like if I'm driving from Los Angeles to New York, right, and then I stop in St. Louis halfway, people might say, that's fantastic, you've driven all this way, why don't you just enjoy St. Louis? But in your head, you know that you're only halfway there. You're still going to New York, if that makes any sense. So a lot of times I'm a bit too hard on myself. But there's one thing when I'm meeting with clients, right, that they always make sure that they know, always make sure that they understand, and they usually do, is that we will always do everything we can to finish their project. We are always trying to do things that, you know, make the app exactly as they want, you know, and always go that extra mile, and always deliver, right? When I talk to you guys about the inside baseball stuff, a lot of the meta stuff, I talk about stuff like, you know, like, so let's say like a successful project for me used to be, I do the application and they pay for it and they're happy with it, it goes live, all that kind of stuff. That used to be a successful project to me, right? And it still is, but now right now we're at the point where if I'm coding on a project, in my mind, if I'm doing the coding in a project, to me that's a failed project. That means something did not go right. A developer let me down, something went wrong in the process, right? That's just something, even though we still get paid for it, client's still happy with it, all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of things that as we start to evolve as a company, we start to put in place. I talked a lot about systematization and processes. We do a lot of things really, really well. I mean, my team, I say we, but a lot of it's my team because I'm sometimes all over the place, right? Because I'm the owner, I'm the one who can break the rules. But a lot of times they'll help with this kind of stuff. So a lot of times they'll do things exactly the right way, but we don't have them documented, or we don't have processes in place. And there's certain things that we do manually that should be automated and things like that. And a lot of stuff that I talk about is I want to get to the point where we improve on that. We're constantly always improving, and you know, not to get too, you know, sometimes in my head I get too much in looking at the negative things. Yeah, oh yeah, we delivered that project, we brought on all those new clients, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but we don't have an SOP in place. Yeah, but you know, etc, etc, etc. So anyway, hopefully that clears it up. Anyway, it's nice to be back in England. We'll try to talk a little bit more. Well, actually, no. You know, we'll try to talk a lot more about apps in coming weeks. I know it's been quite a detour over the last few weeks while I was traveling. But anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.